Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Thursday to everyone. I'm glad that you're joining us today. And with me today for the first half an hour, or actually for the whole show, because she's going to stay the whole show, is my wife, Janay Arenas. Welcome. I don't think you're turned on yet. Try it again. There
Good
you
morning.
go.
Am I
There
on?
you go. You're on. All right.
I choose not to wear the earmuffs. I mean, yeah, because it messes up the hair.
Yeah,
So.
you don't want to mess up your hair. Okay, that's
This
fine.
takes a lot of work.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's understandable. I have to have him on because Tony has to tell me all the secrets.
I
You know,
get it, I
he has
get
to
it.
make us look good and sound good. So
I was gonna look good today for you. I was gonna wear this, this pink shag carpet jacket for you, and just make a
pink
a statement.
shag carpet jacket.
Yes.
I don't even understand any of that, but
You've seen me wear it before, but I was like, okay.
See? Tony agrees.
I decided, okay,
He's
I'm
probably
working.
Googling it right now.
I'm working from home, so I put on the sweatshirt.
That works. That's understandable.
So anyhow, we're
yeah.
talking.
We're doing not season 2, but episode 2, I guess, of our
segment 2.
Segment 2, yeah, episode segment.
Well,
yeah.
this is your 110th episode.
It
so
is the 110th.
if we're talking
episode,
about
yes.
Numbers here.
Right. Numbers are very important because the world revolves around numbers.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I joke around. I say that, and I have attitude about that because everything in my husband's mind is numbers. I mean, he even tracks his mileage on a daily basis, right? You actually write it down on a notebook.
I have a notebook dedicated just for my cycling, yes. And I have my goals in there. I have all the races that I do for the year. And and I have every ride in there, what bike I rode, where I rode it at, how many miles, and then...
What, did you write down what you wore too?
I don't know. I don't write.
The colored socks that you were wearing?
No, but we take a picture almost every time of our group ride. So.
And did you coordinate that with Saunders? Jeez.
Yes, my phone probably has about 300 pictures of Jeff and I.
Yeah, I tease him because I swear, I mean, the guy sees him more than me sometimes. I'm like, oh my God.
But that's okay.
So, 25 years in business.
25 years in business. We actually
That's a huge milestone for us.
Celebrating 25 years of business. We're celebrating it all year long, but February 1st of this year is officially 25 years. Yes.
Yes, you are correct on that.
Yeah.
That's quite a milestone.
It is. There's a lot of ups and downs in business. It's never a straight line. It's a lot of detours, a lot of 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and getting kicked in the teeth constantly every day and getting up the next day and doing it all again.
That's the nature of the trade that we work in.
And that's the nature of being a business owner also.
That too.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone on our staff will completely understand the weight that we both carry as business owners. And not only that, I mean, what it does, what it can do or potentially do in a marriage.
Yeah.
We've been married for 33 years.
33 years.
This year will be 34 in August.
Right.
And
that's good. You got it right.
I know. I can't even keep track anymore because it's been so long. I just say 30 plus years, 3 decades.
That's fair. Yeah. Over 30 years.
Over 30 years. Yeah. So
way back in the early 90s.
Honestly, I am married to Mr. Wright. First name Wright, last name always.
No.
Just kidding. No.
I like facts and I like numbers and I like stuff like that. Yes.
Yeah, you're the facts and numbers guy, and I'm the emotional one over here carrying all the compassion, feeling, sympathy, empathy, all that good stuff.
Right.
Being a girl. And that's been an interesting dynamic in the way how that all kind of like fell into place in our lives, because I have only been the only female, in our family role, because it's you and the 3 boys. And there really wasn't any, female interactions, until our boys got older and, brought in, their girlfriends or what have you. Now it's their, their...
significant others.
Yeah, that they're engaged to. And it's just been kind of an adjustment for me, when they did come into the family, because I just wasn't used to some of the estrogen, that I was seeing, and I was just so used to the testosterone being around me.
Right.
But as a woman, or I guess business owner, and being a woman and working, underneath you and with the boys, the dynamics of that were they were an absolute blessing, but there were also challenges too, because again, I'm the only one that's thinking on the compassionate side,
Right,
and
right.
then you all of you guys are like, why?
Yeah. I've worked on that over the years.
I'll give you that.
And I think
I'll give you credit.
a lot of credit goes to like Pastor Toby and Pastor Juan,
Yes,
because they're very compassionate people, and
Yeah.
they're not as black and white as some of the other pastors in our life that influenced us. Which it's all good, all of them come with their own good traits and everything.
Well, I think all of you do. I mean, every
Yeah.
male does. I mean, I can appreciate that.
Right.
But well, the reality, for us is that when you went into business and you decided to go into business, it wasn't necessarily a shared vision. I went along with you because that's what I normally do. I just
Yeah. You've done
I'm
that with
like,
a lot of my crazy ideas.
I do. I just kind of like hold your hand, in your adventures.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I go along with it, and with that comes the support, or whatever support it is that I see that you're going to need. I'll offer it if I
Right.
can or not. But
Right.
um,
Yeah, when I came home and told you I was going to start a radio show, and then came home and told you I was going to start a podcast, and
yeah, these are pretty typical of how Ron operates. He'll come home and tell me, I'm going to open up my own business. Okay.
this is what I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
yeah.
25 years later, and then now it's I'm going to start my own podcast. Here we are. Okay. How can I help? That kind of stuff.
Right.
So I can say and share with everybody though, I enjoy building something with you. I don't know if I don't know if I should share this or not, but I was like, I'm a little jealous because you have Will Pena on more than me. What am I going to do about that? No. And Will Pena, he's just an amazing human being, and he really
He's a
does
great guy.
offset you really well.
Yeah.
But
we work well together.
yeah, I do get
It's
jealous.
a good team.
Just saying. For the record, I
Okay.
do get
He's probably
jealous.
watching right now.
It's
so.
okay. He's probably laughing too. He's like,
Right. And I'm going to have lunch with Will Penny here in a couple hours. So,
oh boy.
And I had breakfast with him yesterday, and I'll probably see him tomorrow at the Interfaith Community Services food handout. So that's what we're doing.
So do we have time to talk about our challenges, or?
We do. We, you know what? Let's take a quick commercial break and
God,
visit.
my hair is like totally white. Like I have like white crown on my head. Can you like move the light?
No, that's just how it is.
Oh,
That's
I can't
just how
tell
it
you
is.
what to do here.
No.
Oh, about the toilet seat in the bathroom, really?
All right. Hey, let's take a quick sponsor break. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Mathias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, Through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
As the new year begins, Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing would like to thank you for allowing us to serve Tucson and the surrounding communities for the past 25 years. Whether it is a small water leak or a full air conditioning replacement, we do it all, big or small. For professional service, call Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturoxcooling.com.
Picturox Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store. We've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
All right, we are back. You're watching Southwest Flavor, and check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. I'm talking with my wife and business partner, Janay Arenas, and we're talking a little bit about 25 years in business and being married to your business partner.
Yeah, and sometimes it can feel like we're married to the business because it's been so long.
Pretty much are married to the business. I mean,
but
business owners take their business, their problems and struggles home.
Yeah, that's the blurring the work into the home life, and to be honest, I mean, we've had our struggles. We're both alphas. You're the gentle one, I'm the mean one, and but the reality of being married and in business, there's a lot of challenges because there are some couples that I know are aware of that purposely don't
they don't work together.
Yeah. Just for the health of the marriage.
Right.
And we've had our challenges.
Sure.
We've had our seasons where we were just like locking horns. We weren't agreeing on things.
There's disagreements and all that, and seeing things different ways, different views.
Absolutely. But in all that, I learned when to lean in or lean on you. And there were moments where I knew I had to step back, especially, when it came to the big decisions, that we had to make. I'm like, no, I'm there to support, and to say, and convey, what I think and feel should happen. But when it came down to the big decisions, I left that to you.
All right.
Yeah. No, that is true. The hard part, for me, because of my personality, is, and I'm highly opinionated. I'm sure you
No
guys already
way.
figured that out. I do
We
not.
never would have guessed that.
I do not hold back on my ideas and how I think things should go. However, even now that our son is running the business, I feel comfortable, be able to say, okay, I'm going to say what I'm going to have to say or what I need to say, and then leave it up to you guys.
Yeah.
And because in the way I'm comfortable, because I know that he'll take a logical approach to his decision making, because he's learned that from you.
Yeah. And he's a numbers guy.
He's a numbers and facts guy.
He will look at all the analytics and make his decisions based on what's best for the company.
He told me something yesterday that you've always told me. He's like, we're not talking about feelings. We're not even gonna go there. I just want facts, Mom. Just give me facts.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's great to hear.
I'm listening to my husband all over again and my son.
But for business decisions, I mean, probably 99% of the time, you need to look at the facts, and you need to look at what's best for. And we strive to make the best decision for everyone, for the company, for the employee, and for the customer. And whether it's charging someone a certain amount because that's what needs to be charged, or making the decision to go back and do some extra work, for free, because, something didn't go quite right, or, whatever it is, we try to make all of our decisions so that all three parties that are involved, the company, the technician or the employee, and the customer, all have a win at the end of the day.
Instead of a win-win, it's a win-win-win.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And so, some of those are hard decisions, or sometimes it's, a hard pill to swallow, because financially we have to go back and do something that we're not going to recoup the cost on, but it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about roles inside, or we have been talking about the roles inside but let's talk about the outside the business.
Outside the business.
Yeah. So my mom, for those of you that don't know, my mom moved in with us shortly after our oldest son moved out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she mentioned to me, she goes, I really like how you two just are okay with kind of doing your own thing. You give yourself that space. You're okay over here, doing your thing here at home, and he's out, doing his thing, with his friends. She goes, it's like you kind of like worked out this balance, between the two. And I'm like, you're right, Mom. I said, but his personality is more extrovert than me. I'm kind of in between the introvert extrovert type person. I do need to pull back and be at home and regroup.
Yeah. Yeah. For you, big crowds bother you.
They do. They actually drain me.
And I can be in the middle of a crowd of 1,000 people, and it doesn't bother me.
Sometimes I think it gives you like energy. Because it does.
I don't know if it gives me energy. I like seeing people. I like seeing my friends. I like spending time with my friends, especially if we're on our bikes. But
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, because cycling isn't just about cycling. There's a lot of social aspects to cycling. Because we're all doing the same thing. We're all going towards the same goal, and we're all picking each other up too. Like we don't leave each other behind or anything like that. We wait for each other, and we help each other.
Yeah. So I lost my train of thought, but what was I gonna share with everybody? Oh, it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me after the show is over.
Right. During dinner.
Right. Exactly. So just to kind of circle back and talk about married and being in business, so in the last 30 years, what would you say you've learned? What has been the biggest lesson that you've learned in those 30 years that you've taken away?
I don't know if I can narrow it down to maybe one lesson.
Well, one big one,
one
though.
big lesson.
Yeah, and maybe it was a hard one.
Yeah, I think, and I tell our boys this all the time. I even tell the employees this all the time, that Tucson is operated still as a small town, even though there's over 1 million people in the metro area. But it is a community based town, and it's you have to treat people right.
Sure.
And if you don't treat people right, it's going to come back to you. And so just doing, and people will call, people will text me or call me or see me and say, hey, and they'll tell me good or bad, whether it was one of our guys, going a little bit too fast down the road in their neighborhood, or or hey, I love what your guys did. They did a great job at our house or my mom's house or my sister's house or whatever situation is. But and I used to tell that to the boys too. When they started driving, I'm like, I have so many eyes in this town, in this community, and people would call me and say, oh, I saw your son here, I saw your son there. Hey, your son was driving a little too fast over here. So people talk. It is a relationship community, and so you need to have those relationships in the community, and you need to treat people right.
So speaking of relationship, what I took away in the 30 years that we've been married and in business is that never, ever, ever allow the business to come in between a marriage relationship. Because even though you're not agreeing on a subject or whatever it is that's in front of you that seems so big, the ultimate focus is it's about the relationship.
Right.
It isn't necessarily about the business, but I mean, never ever let the business, get into the relationship, because a lot of people make that mistake.
Yeah.
And we made that mistake for years. And I think just recently, I was like, the relationship to me with you is more important than whatever it is that we're not agreeing on.
Right.
When it's related to business.
Right. We only have like a couple minutes left on this segment. Really, we're kind of up on this segment, but I want to answer a question real quick. So David Livingston messaged us and said, where do we stand on all of these businesses, these air conditioning and plumbing businesses being bought up by private equity, which has been a big thing for probably at least the last 5 years. Yeah,
it has.
Yeah.
And, and primarily what I'm seeing or hearing, that the reason why that's happening is because there's not a succession plan.
That's part of it. Yeah.
There might not be someone, to leave the business, with.
Yeah.
And in our case, that is not the case.
Right.
We figured at least between one of the three sons, one of them were going to at least take over, and one of them has. Our middle son, Abel, has.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's in it for the long haul, and we have two of our sons working there. So that's where, we're going to stay a local company, and
we thrive on, for both of us thrive on the idea and the fact that local is important.
Right.
We are a small business. We're not, we're not a big one, but like what circling back to what you were talking about, relationship. Doing what is right by the person.
Yeah.
Whether it's inside the business or out. And community service.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm not here to bash the companies that were bought out by private equity, but you just have to remember that when you're bought out by private equity, there's a company wherever it's based. It's usually not based, almost all the time, it's not based in Tucson or even Arizona. It could be based in Seattle or New York or wherever. And they have 50, 60, 100 companies just like yours that they purchased. And they're just looking at numbers.
Yep.
They're just looking at the bottom line, which is, smart for business, of course, but they're not investing in the community. They're not sponsoring your kid's baseball team. They're not out,
even
being part of your
customers
church,
are just a number.
Yeah.
It's
so you
not,
don't have that relationship there.
It's not community based.
Yeah,
absolutely not. That's the only thing that you're not going to get with a private equity is that community based.
Right.
Care.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Let's go sponsor break, and then we have our next guest that's coming up, and we will be back in just a couple minutes.
Hey, everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Matthias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Eb Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air, we're in a state of disrepair.
As the new year begins, Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing would like to thank you for allowing us to serve Tucson and the surrounding communities for the past 25 years. Whether it is a small water leak or a full air conditioning replacement, we do it all, big or small. For professional service, call Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturoxcooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store. We've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
All right, we are back with Southwest Flavor, and our second guest today is Mark Napier. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm recovering from knee replacement, but I'm doing well. Thank you.
You're looking good. You're looking good.
Belies how I'm feeling, but that's good.
Tell us, for people that don't know your history, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a public servant my whole life. I started as a police officer in the state of Iowa in 1981, which seems like a long time ago.
Okay.
Fortunately, they were hiring 5-year-olds at the time, so I'm not quite that old. I was a police officer in Iowa for about 6.5 years. I was on the SWAT team. I was a training officer and so forth, and decided that I needed to be not in the snow and the blow, and so we needed to relocate. So 87, I came to Tucson, accepted a position with Tucson Police, and went up through the ranks there, and eventually retiring as a captain. I had a wide variety of assignments with the Tucson Police Department, from administrative assignments to tactical assignments. I was a hostage negotiation supervisor, internal auditor for the police department twice. I was the chief police executive officer, and also managed capital projects, which most people would not assume a police officer would do. But when I became a captain, Chief Miranda asked me to build buildings. So I actually was a project manager on the police station at Miracle Mile and Flowing Wells. $24 million capital project. And retired as the captain of the Southside Patrol Division. So I made the ranks. I was an officer, sergeant, lieutenant, and a captain with Tucson Police. Went up to the Phoenix Valley. I was an assistant chief of police for Glendale Police Department up there, and had a wide variety of responsibility, mostly budget, personnel, and things like that. And then went to work as an administrator for the University of Arizona, and then people came up to me and said, hey, you know what, you should be the sheriff. I said, I won't be the sheriff. And they said, no, you really should be the sheriff. And the rest, they say, is history. I was elected sheriff in 2016 and served for 4 years as sheriff of our county. And then I went down to Cochise County. I was a chief down there for a year with Sheriff Daniels. And then Mr. Huckleberry hired me as an assistant county administrator. And then about 2.5 years ago, I thought I was going to retire. I'll never retire completely. I still teach graduate school and do other things. I'll never retire, but I kind of retired from full-time employment then. So I've had a variety of career experience. And I think what people don't understand is you get to a certain level in law enforcement, you're no longer a cop. You're an administrator. You're managing a big organizational element. And
you're on the business side of it.
Very much on the business, personnel, budget,
and
all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's where you consume all your time. And also that's where all your education comes. As I'm a graduate of the FBI's National Executive Institute and Senior Management Institute for Police. Have a certificate in public policy administration from the University of Arizona, and a graduate of the public executive training program at Arizona State University. So that's really where all your education, your training experience goes when you get to a certain level in law enforcement, is on the public administration side. And I think that's why Mr. Huckleberry was comfortable hiring me as an assistant county administrator, because I'd run the largest department in the county, the Sheriff's Department, 1,500 employees, $165 million budget. And I proved I could do that competently. So he made me assistant county administrator, where I had $400 million in budget, and you know,
it's a little bit bigger than our budget.
a couple of thousand employees, and very complex organizational elements.
That's amazing.
While I was doing all that, I got my undergraduate degree in psychology at Park University and a master's degree at Boston University in criminal justice. For the last 21 years, I've been teaching for Boston University in their online graduate program. In fact, I'm teaching this semester. I'm teaching criminal justice administration and ethics this semester.
I'm sure the psychology part of it comes in a lot with the law enforcement. I mean, just by dealing with the people and how you approach them, how you handle the situation from the start, can probably alleviate a lot of problems, you know, throughout that situation.
I find it applicable in many different ways. My specific degree is in social psychology, so it's the psychology of how groups and individuals interact with each other. So it's applicable in many different areas.
Sure. With your relationships, you know, with your spouse or your kids,
all
or your employees,
individual relationships, but also group relationships, which is the sociology portion of social psychology. And I think that's helped me a lot. Certainly helped me as a hostage negotiation supervisor. Is having that psychology background, is trying to figure out what somebody needs in a negotiation. And that also transcends into the business environment as well. Is trying to figure out what people need in a business environment.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you're in a business environment, you're always negotiating. You know, you're either with your business partners or with your employees or with the customers. You're trying to see what everyone needs and what the best outcome is for everyone.
Well, and then the assumption is everybody's the same, and that's not true.
No,
you need to figure that out, what people need in a business relationship or an employment relationship. I've obviously supervised large numbers of employees, very diverse, from line level employees to senior commanders, and everybody needs a little something different.
Yes.
And when you're directing staff, you need to know that each staff member needs something different.
Yeah.
I'm a fire and forget employee. Just tell me what you want me to do and get out of the way. I don't need, I've been decorated 5 times in line of duty. I don't need ego things.
Yeah.
I would need clear direction and then stand out. I'll let you know when I'm done. Other people need coaching and mentoring and
the pat on the back.
reassurance.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to figure that out. What do people need from you as a leader?
Yeah, I think that was one of the biggest things when I was employed at the church. I had about 30 volunteers, and all of them were different. And some of them needed that pat on the back every once in a while. Some people were like, just tell me what to do, I'll do it, leave me alone. You know, and so you had to kind of figure that out. You had to figure out that you did have to go and give that person a pat on the back after they were done.
Well, you have to learn that as a leader too. Is you have to get around people, and you can't lead by memorandum.
Yeah,
you know, you can't lead by edict. You have to develop relationships with people to be an effective leader. And I think I have a fairly substantial proven track record of being an effective leader and an effective administrator of very large organizations.
Right. How many deputies did you have for the Pima County Sheriff?
Well, roughly speaking, and this is rough numbers because it fluctuated, but I always thought of 500, 500, 500, meaning 500 sworn, 500 in corrections, and 500 admin support staff. And that's imprecise, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, okay. So 1,500. That's a lot of personalities to deal
Well,
with.
if you put it in the construct of any business in Pima County, imagine that you had a business that employed 1,500 people. It's 24/7, 365, $165 million budget, a service area of 9,200 square miles.
Wow.
That's a big business.
Yes.
And that's what I was the CEO of, is a big business. And I really looked at it that way.
Right.
And sometimes the deputies didn't like the fact that I looked at it as a business, but we need to have that business acumen to drive us forward. And we were very successful in managing our budget while I was there and getting personnel raises and equipment that we needed because I approached it with a business acumen, which I should.
Right.
And most certainly, if you're going to interact with Chuck Huckleberry, you got to interact from a business standpoint. He was not interested about people so much as he was about business cases. If you made a business case to Chuck Huckleberry, he'd listen. If you made an emotional case, he wasn't interested in that.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and if you base it off of business, I mean, the sheriffs are, like you said, 24/7. You guys never close. You guys are never closed for business.
No, never close. No.
I've been watching the last couple episodes, it's a new show, that Desert Law, which they did that season of with the Pima County Sheriffs. So it's interesting. It's cool because, I mean, I was in the field doing service calls and everything for 20 years. So I was like, I've been in pretty much every neighborhood in the surrounding area. So it's like, oh, that's cool. I know that area, and I know that area. I know where they're at right now.
Well, one thing I did with my career that I thought was important on the law enforcement side is I spent 10 years in a police car taking calls for service before I did anything else. Not because I could not move up faster, but I did not want to move up incompetently.
Yeah.
I wanted to always know what the line level people were doing, what they needed from me as a leader. And you can't do that if you're scared to be on the street or if you want to get out of the street as quick as you can because you want to move up.
Right.
So I spent 10 years in a police car taking calls for service before I did anything else.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to have that understanding of what the base of the organization did. And that's where, you know, people say, well, you're the sheriff, you're the most important person. I said, no. The most important person was the person who took a call for service at 3 o'clock this morning while I was asleep.
Yeah.
That's the most important person in the organization. I have a role in the organization, but I never deemed it to be the most important role in the organization at all.
Right. And, you know, there's different groups of people in different areas of town, or even you've worked in different cities. And so you kind of have to learn the culture and, you know, what the people need in that community.
Well, and it's very different even within the city of Tucson. I worked all the patrol divisions, and I love the south side of Tucson. Every chance I got, I went to the south side. I was an officer, sergeant, lieutenant, and a captain on the south side because I love the south side of our town.
Yeah.
And
it's a very strong community.
It's very strong sense of community.
Yeah.
And my wife would always say, well, isn't that the most dangerous area? I said, if you're going to be a cop, be a cop.
Yeah.
Okay. I signed on to be a cop. That's where cop stuff happens. That's where I'm going to go.
Right.
And so I kept going down there every chance I got. And I really valued my time down there. And I was very fortunate to be able to retire as the captain of that division.
Right. Let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back here in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Matthias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
As the new year begins, Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing would like to thank you for allowing us to serve Tucson and the surrounding communities for the past 25 years. Whether it is a small water leak or a full air conditioning replacement, we do it all, big or small. For professional service, call Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store. We've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
All right, we are back talking with Mark Napier, and you have a new venture that you're starting.
Well, I wouldn't call it new. It's an extension of 42 years of public service.
Right.
I can't retire, and I love Oro Valley. Make no mistake about it. Oro Valley is my home. I've been up there since 1993 when there really wasn't much there.
Yeah, there wasn't that much there in 93.
No, there wasn't. We didn't have a place to shop or anything.
Right.
No restaurants. And I've seen the community grow up in some positive ways and less than positive ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I see some real challenges for my home, which it's not just a town, it's my home. And I take that very sincerely. And I see some challenges there that I think that I bring a certain skill set and base of experience to address those things. And I'm afraid that if we don't address those things, all the things we love about Oro Valley are going to fall by the wayside.
Right.
And it's not overnight. That's what people fail to realize. It's a death of 1,000 paper cuts, you know, and these little things incrementally, all of a sudden you wake up one day and say, we can no longer afford our police. We can no longer afford the nice roads and the nice parks and those things that we love about Oro Valley.
Right. And that's what they're looking at right now. They're looking at a budget shortfall, and they don't quite know how to go into the future.
I think that a lot of it is not having that depth of public administration experience, is where you spend a good portion of your life looking at budgets and trying to project out. To me, it's a basic math equation. The trajectory of our line of expenditures is predictable within a certain deviation range. The prediction of the line of our revenues is also somewhat predictable within certain deviations.
Right.
At some point, those lines cross where your revenues can no longer support your expenditures. Well, that is a very bad day.
Yeah.
That means we can't afford public safety. We can't afford our parks. We can't afford good roads and all those things that we love about Oro Valley. Well, because that is a simple math equation, the crossing of those lines is also predictable out into the future. We should know within a certain deviation when those lines cross. Well, if you nudge those lines today to affect the trajectory of them, you can make substantial changes. Instead, what we tend to do is wait till the lines cross and go, oh my God, we have a big problem. Well, yeah, you do have a big problem that may be incurable at that point, which if you look back now is very curable. I liken it to Social Security. We know Social Security is going to not be able to pay full benefits in 33.
Right.
What are we doing about it today? Absolutely nothing. And that's a problem. We started taking just intermediate measures right now to right-size Social Security and to fix this. There wouldn't be these draconian measures that we're going to have to do in 33 to fix it.
Wow.
We need to do the same thing in Oro Valley, start looking strategically at our budget. I appreciate that we were looking at taxes. Okay, that's low-hanging fruit. It's a part of a solution. It's not the solution. And that's why I oppose that. I would rather that it be a comprehensive package of things that would fix this structural imbalance well into the future rather than deal with it piecemeal. We all know that taxes, once expanded, never contract to their former shape. They just don't.
Right.
And once those taxes go into the general fund, they're often forgotten. In other words, we're no longer earmarking those for fixing the structural imbalance. We see that as new revenues to be expended. What I would like us to do, and as your mayor, I will ensure that we do, is comprehensively look at the structural imbalance and say, okay, assume that we're going to fix that problem.
Right.
Not that we're going to put a Band-Aid on an arterial bleeder. Assume that we're going to fix the problem. What would that fix look like? It won't be one silver bullet. It'll be a lot of copper bullets fired with deliberation and purpose.
Right.
And each one of those things by themselves probably will not fix the whole problem. But the synergistic effect of a multifaceted strategic approach to the structural imbalance in our budget will fix the problem. But it requires a lot of thought and a lot of experience in managing very large budgets and doing this over a period of decades.
Yeah, it'll take some time.
Which I have that experience to bring to the table.
Exactly. It sounds like you're running a business.
You should be running a business because people give us our tax dollars.
Yes.
And I always felt that $165 million budget I had as a sheriff was not monopoly money.
Right.
That's money you entrusted to me as taxpayers.
Exactly. You're responsible for it.
And you're responsible to take a fiduciary responsibility over that money and to look at the core responsibilities of what that department, or in this case, of a community, what are our core responsibilities back to the taxpayers? Let's make sure that we do those things and do them very well because they've entrusted us with those funds. It's not monopoly money. It's not play money. It's not political money for gamesmanship and political advantage.
Right.
None of that applies. What we should be doing is looking at a very sincere confidence that the voters have given us to take responsibility over their money to make sure that community stays the community that they love to live in and raise their families in.
Yeah, Oro Valley is a wonderful community. It really is. And like any other community, they're going to face some challenges, but we need to make sure that we have the leadership in place that we can see those challenges head on. And like you said, plan for them and make sure that we can get through them.
Well, leadership's an important word. It's providing leadership to town staff. The answers you get are only as good as the questions you ask, and the data you get is only as good as the direction you give for the production of that data.
Right.
And I think that they need to get a little bit more direction, a little bit more guidance, and I think town staff is eager and willing to do that.
Yeah.
They just need to be asked the right questions so that we can go with confidence to the people we serve, which is really important to me, the people we serve.
Yeah.
And confidently say, we have a plan. It may be imperfect, but we do have a plan. It's not this incremental tax thing, but it is a comprehensive plan to address something that is critical interest to all of us in this community. And I think that we need to move in that direction. That's honestly why I'm running, because my wife and I raised our family in Copper Creek.
Oh, okay.
And when we were going to move, because we no longer needed a 2-story house, we're getting older, we didn't want to walk upstairs anymore.
Yes.
Besides, nobody was living upstairs anymore. And so we decided we're going to move. We could have literally moved pretty much wherever we wanted to.
Yeah.
We ended up moving about a mile as a crow flies from where we raised our family, and that was
Okay.
almost too far for my wife. She was freaking out. I don't know if I
Really?
want to move that far away. And I'm going, sweetheart, I could almost see the roof of our old house from here. But that's the feeling we have about Oro Valley. Is It's our home, and
It's your community.
in my community, my
Yeah.
home, and we built our retirement home there 8 years ago. As long as we can live in a home, we're going to be living in that home.
Right.
We designed it; it's ADA compliant, all those things, one story, and so that we could live there for the rest of our lives. Well, I want that town to be the same town that it's been for the last 30 years,
Right.
and it can't be if we continue on the path that we're on.
Right. Very good. So how can people help you out with your campaign?
Just spread the word. It's early in the process. We'll be getting our website up and running here real soon, and get in the full-fledged campaign mode. But check me out on Facebook. It's Napier for Mayor on Facebook.
Right.
Check that out. And also, I have my personal Facebook page. I have 4,000 some odd followers on my personal page. And if you want to see pictures of cute grandkids, go to my. They didn't get cute from Grandpa, I'm sure of that. But just spread the word, and to know that to the citizens of Oro Valley, I'm not running to be mayor for ego. I've had my ego. I've been decorated 5 times in line of duty. I've been the sheriff of this county. Ego doesn't apply to me. I'm running to be the mayor of your community because I love the community and it's my home.
Right.
And I want that community to be the same community that all of us settled there for. And that means a tremendous amount to me. And it also means a tremendous amount to me to continue my commitment to public service, which has lasted more than 4 decades. My wife was a nurse for 42 years.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
in public service for 40 years. My youngest son is a sergeant in Marana Police Department. My youngest daughter is in healthcare for Marana Healthcare.
Oh, wow.
Our family's about giving back.
Right.
It means something to our very, very fiber of who we are and what's important to us. And if given the confidence of the voters of Oro Valley to serve them as their mayor, I'll do everything in my power to make sure that we keep that community exactly what we all want it to be.
Right. Exactly. Well, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on
you.
today. We'd love to have you on later on in the campaign.
Excellent. I'd enjoy that very much. Thank
All
you.
right. Very good. All right. That is another episode of Southwest Flavor. Join us every